Yeah, it's here. Cool. Awesome. So this thing's just going live. Okay, cool. We're there. Morning, everybody. So we are officially live here now. Everybody good? Yeah, good to see you. Missed you yesterday.
Good morning. I'm sorry about yesterday, Mr. Gray. I just feel like it looks like I got some virus in New York. I
Uh,
don't know.
I'm sorry. That happens. Well, we're what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do a daily session, and just kind of go through where everybody's at in terms of things. And I've got some stuff to share with people too, um, just in regard to I think some tutorial work that Brandon pulled up, particularly for Dion and Juan. I think it's going to be pretty useful actually. Um, so um, I'm just going to share something really quick here. Sorry. That's not it. Sorry, guys. 1 second here. Thought I had it open.
We'll give you a couple of seconds, Greg. Not just
There
one
we go.
sec.
I got it now. Okay. So, Dion, I want to make sure you can see this in particular because, so in the sequences section, so technically speaking, the farm road, Dion, is that's the sequence that you're working on, and I put in the activity for the farm road sequence. There is a YouTube tutorial that Brandon found that gets deep into kind of helping the build for landscapes and things like that. And I think it's
You've got to play it for it to skip.
Yeah, I saw it.
yeah.
I mean, not.
You got you got that in your notes.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to bring that to your attention because I think this will be something that can help and you know that help us push some of the stuff forward. So that's good. Um,
Do you want me to share what I have?
I would love to. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, that's coming along. Um,
I think I'll change this paint to like maybe gray or something.
for the road, you mean?
I was looking at the picture. It's black, but it's kind of has more details in it.
It's more of a gravel road
Mm-hmm.
than anything. And there's definitely, if you go into Quixel, you'll definitely find um more of a gravel road um in there, so that'll you'll be able to find it. So okay, yeah, that's coming along. Um, I still feel like that hill's a little high on the left, but
This one.
yeah,
Yeah, I think we want to go more flat land with subtle hills.
the last thing Dion wants to hear is really you want me to take these hills down more. No, you're
Let's
getting
work
it though.
on
No,
this.
no, you're getting it though. That's the don't take anything. none of this is intended to be negative. It's like, look, we're just massaging this thing into place now, so
Right.
it's good.
The good thing about it is, if it's a group project, anybody can just come in here and do this part. I mean, the basics is laid out.
Right. No, that's coming along nice.
So
Okay.
I know you want me to do more, but I mean, I'm waiting for the fence, right? It goes right here.
There is, I think Wendy does have the fence done, so we could go ahead and put that in. In fact, here she is now. So
Was it done yesterday?
She was showing it yesterday. I don't remember exactly when you logged in, but yeah, there is a piece of fence that's done. So
But like, where is it? Like when I look in the folder, I just see barn, Range Rover.
will
That's it.
I will ask Wendy right now,
Okay.
actually. Hey, Wendy, good morning. How are you? Well,
Hear my
when
little,
she can you hear me, Wendy?
hear my little water.
When she gets her mic working, we'll get that sorted out for you.
Okay.
All right. No, we'll come back to yours here in a second. Dion. Yad, can I move to you for a second?
Sure, Mr. Greg.
Okay, cool. All right. So, the thing that I didn't get to talk to you about yesterday was in ShotGrid, um, I made some shot assignments for you, which really are most based on getting the characters inside the vehicle. So we get driver, front seat, passenger, and then the kids in the back seat, right? Um, if we can get that set up so we've got them at least in place, that will allow us that I've got 3 shots, I think, that I've assigned for the interior of the car. One is for the driver, one's for the front seat passenger, and one's for the kids. And what I would love to be able to do is at least set up those camera shots for it, so we can at least have a base blocking for that whole sequence, and then we can start working on animation and all that stuff. That
So, can I share my screen first?
Yeah, please, absolutely.
So here is
Okay.
the car in Maya,
Yep.
and I clean all the UV.
Looks good.
So, and over here, Mr. Gray, here is the characters we built, and we all
Yeah.
agree about we will use, right?
Yeah. I'm happy with them. I think they look great.
So I find some links. It's connect me between iCloud with cartoon characters. So I'm just try to taking the Range Rover from Maya to add it in that program. So maybe I can add all of them and animation all of them in this program. Then
Okay.
take them to Unreal. But it's ended
Okay.
up I was working something different.
Yeah.
I was
Understood.
build, I was building this city.
God,
Oh
look at you.
my, look at that beauty. Oh,
Yeah.
it's like I want to walk in New York
That's
City
where
now.
that's where Yad was yesterday. He was in what's the name of your city?
So I'm sorry,
That's
Mr.
nice.
Greg, but
No, dude, that's nice. I get it. That's fine.
like let me see what can I do until Friday, if you don't mind.
Okay. Yeah, the biggest thing that I need is just I just need some base camera shots for those, because I would like to try and render out blocking shots for those so we can start to plan out our edit for this. And then, once we're happy with the shots, then we can go in and really dial in, textures on the seats, and all of the interior stuff that we would want to do, and then figure out
So
exactly where we're going to shoot it. So
so I just have one question, and I'm really not sure about it, but I want to ask you about it. So if we
Okay.
look over in our character, basically it's like as a real human dimension.
Yeah.
And if we go here to the Maya, so
Okay.
how I want to make sure this range is like as a human dimension? Or like should we like export them to the Maya and like scale them? Like what do you think?
Yeah, that's actually that's a really important question. Okay, so we have scaled. Okay, so we've already used that vehicle to scale our environments now. So I think any scaling that needs to happen is the characters are going to need to scale to fit to the car. Does that make sense?
Okay, got it. So
Now
this
I'm assuming like I think the car is in decent in a decent size actually because it looks pretty right in Unreal. So
so I have a good idea. Let me just export the four of them and put them in Maya, and let's
okay,
see how is the dimension, and we can go from there.
yeah, I think that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
All right. Thank you, Mr.
Cool.
Greg.
Yeah, absolutely. This is looking good. I'm excited.
Sorry, guys, about yesterday.
Oh no, it is what it
No,
is.
no, it is all right, Yad. I don't mind at all.
Um, all right. So okay, good stuff. So Joe, you said can we take a look at where you ended up with the covered bridge?
Sure.
Awesome. Joe and I were talking earlier. He had some funky
Uh,
reboot issues. So
yeah, some kind of overnight auto update thing happened. So currently finishing out the floor here,
oh nice.
that's from the picture. That's kind of what they were doing. So I figured I'd go for some kind of
Are,
pattern there as well.
are you
Oh,
UVing
wow.
those? I hope.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I think the way I shared my screen is not going to pull up the UV window, but they're
Okay.
looking reasonable. Yeah, so what I didn't do
Okay, good.
last time I sort of stopped for a second and I was like, should I bevel everything before I duplicate everything? Probably. But then I didn't think, should I also fix the UVs after the bevel messes them all up? Which
Right.
is why we got a bunch of crazy UVs on the barn
Right.
because it's a automatic UV whatever for a cube. Easy, totally manageable. As soon as you throw a bevel on it, it confuses the thing and you have to redo
It
them.
does.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the bridge.
It's looking good.
Yeah, I like some of these details. There's like a gap up here. I was gonna continue building out the railing and some like bracing stuff and a bunch of rafters, and then that'll be that.
I think that's great. You guys, this is kind of in my mind is adding a shot to this. I can see a really nice shot of the thing. We've talked about it exiting the covered bridge, but I could see a really nice shot of some light streaming through some of the gaps in there, shafts of light inside the bridge with the car rolling through there. I think it could look actually really cool. So
Yeah.
we may add a shot. Yeah,
And I have a comment.
please.
It's remind me, do you remember the Godzilla movie when the Godzilla was by the bridge too?
Um, the Godzilla -1, the recent one, or
Yes, the
a
last
different one?
one. The shot
Okay.
you like too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it remind me in that kind of shot where is the gorilla getting out of the bridge.
Yeah.
That's my
Um.
comment.
Okay. Cool. I don't really recall the shot. I'm sorry, but
My fault.
no, it's unless if you happen to find it, show me what you mean. But
I don't know what happened up here with this one face like poking out, but I'm calling that a happy accident because it works, I
I
think.
it does look like just an edge got extruded a little bit. So
Yeah, I moved something, some unintentional selection or something. And then I thought for this foundation, I would probably just leave it as a block, and then the texturing
the
would
texturing should
give it the
handle
look.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this is gonna be a nice shot actually. So I'm looking forward to connecting this with what Juan's working on.
Can you share the reference that you're using for this?
Sure, let me
That's the one in it's in ShotGrid.
you gotta open the file. I actually didn't put any image planes in this one. I was just using pure ref for it. So, but that was not
Sure.
open. So here we go.
Yeah, pure ref. Oh, there we go. There we go.
So this is our main reference image from the assignment, and I Googled Bean Blossom Bridge, and it's, a pretty popular landmark, so there's tons of photos of it. This is not the same bridge,
Right.
but it kind of is, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
It's very, very similar.
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
So-
I
That's
like
looking
it a
really
lot.
good, Joe.
Yeah.
This is what building out the rest of this, these rails and this bracing and the rafter stuff is, I think all that's left to do, really.
I think we'll be able to get if I can real quick just take
Sure.
see if I can annotate here. Oh, well, that will work. Okay, so if we have shafts of light, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, coming
Yep.
through like that as the vehicle's driving through, I think that'll look really nice.
Yeah.
Depending on exactly where the light is. I mean, the light will be where we want it to be. So but I think that'll look really nice, actually.
I'm seeing the pile of leaves in the rut there, on the interior here.
Oh yeah,
And I'm just thinking about, like, it would be super cool to get a little bit like little leaf action blowing
Yeah.
by.
We can
blowing
we can
around.
always add assets from Unreal's Quixel Bridge like that. They've got tons of like little piles of leaves and sticks and
It-
rubble and things
Do you
like
know
that.
the image of like the little swirl of in the wake of
Absolutely.
the tire or whatever? That's what I mean.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
absolutely. Because anytime you have well, I mean the car's not going to be moving that fast coming through this thing, but like anytime you've got the car really booking down the road, there's a couple of other shots in Juan's sequence that I think will really lend itself to the blowing leaves. So, yeah, really nice. This has come a long way, and I think
We got some fun facts up here. The was built by Captain Joseph Balsley for the sum of $1,200, which is roughly 30 grand in today's money.
Huh. You couldn't build a bridge like that for 30 grand.
That's pretty good for 30 grand, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, no doubt that's a value. No, that's really nice. Okay, so you guys, we're starting to get some nice assets going here. And we're gonna have some other shots that we want to get moving forward too. So, okay, Juan, can we move to you?
Yeah.
All right.
Uh,
Are you guys excited? I mean, because like when I see good looking assets, it starts to make me happy. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay.
that's
So this is
the
our road. I like it. Yep.
yeah, the entryway over here, and for the curve that you like, the picture of the curve, I'm gonna
Yeah, I like it.
I'm gonna put a fence right here. I haven't put my foliage in yet, but I'm going to do that, and I have this is
Okay.
the fence that I'm gonna use coming out of coming from the covered bridge.
Oh,
And
okay.
this is the fence that I'm gonna use on the curve.
Okay. And did not know we had wooden fences. I suppose that makes sense. Wendy's got some fencing too, so but that's
Okay.
no, that's all good.
I didn't know. I'm sorry. Like,
No, go ahead.
I didn't know where you wanted to do that because I mentioned you heard you mention about horses or something, and like far as I got plenty of
Yeah.
open land. If that was
Okay.
the case of it, I can always go back and rechange this right here, knock this down, and or knock this down too as well, and put some pastures or something out.
Yeah.
Our
Can
barn
we?
is modeled after a horse barn.
Right.
So that could be cool.
This shot, are you talking about the fencing? Is that what you're saying?
I was just saying horses could be cool. The barn is a horse barn technically.
We definitely for Dion's farm road, we're gonna have some horses in there, and there's a
Okay.
couple of shots that'll work in there. But what I want to say, if I could just real quick,
Okay.
I'm having fun with the annotate pen. I haven't been. This is the one good thing about the new Zoom. Okay, so is this right here? That is supposed to be. That's the bridge, right?
Yes, sir. That's going to be the
Okay.
coming right there.
Can we move that to roughly here? And the reason being, because we're going to need to
Okay.
we're going to need a little bit more space. Is this the creek?
Yeah, I can bring it. I just put a barrier, just a wall, just kind of to block it off to kind of.
Yeah. The reason I'm asking this is I think we could benefit from a little bit of a creek going through here.
That's what I was planning. Okay, gotcha.
And the reason I'm saying move it a little bit farther down the road is because we need a little bit of space in here to block off the horizon. Okay, so if we're right here,
Okay.
we're straight out into nothingness. And so if we're a little bit farther down the road, we can, and since your road is bending to the right there, that gives us plenty of room to put up trees and whatnot to block out the horizon from
Okay,
farther,
no problem, no
farther.
problem.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, definitely, no problem.
You guys, I'm serious. This is exactly why we do dailies, because this can solve so many problems just by looking at things early on. I like this a lot. Now, what I'm going to be interested to see is what this starts to look like when we put the car down there. You know, because get down on the road and look at a couple of spots where the car is going to be. That will really, really quickly help us to figure out exactly how much foliage we need to put in and exactly where we need to put it. Oh, you've got it. Okay, cool. Okay. See, this is super helpful actually. Where are we on the road? Is the bridge is behind us, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What you wanted is like I'm literally like the car is like right here at where you wanted it at.
That's the bridge, the new bridge spot.
Yeah, that would be
okay.
Right there. That's why you had circled it right here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. What I would say is we need to take all these rises and really we're going to cut them down to think of them in terms of maybe no higher than 4, maybe 5 feet tall. Okay.
So no problem.
Yeah, because we're not really talking about like a big granite rock structure or something like that. It's just a rise that caused them to have to cut the road in a curve like that, and there's going to be a stand of trees there and all that stuff, but doesn't need to be that high. So
okay, no problem at all.
But good stuff. Yeah, no, that's really good.
Yes, sir.
Really good. Very happy.
That's why I was like, there's how far I'm close right here. That's why I say
yeah.
On right here is where probably about right in here.
Yeah. I mean, can you guys start to see it now? Like when we start to just form some of this in and then you get that camera down there, you can start to see how these shots are going to start to lay themselves out. And this is good.
That should be about right here.
Yep.
Right there.
And then you should probably cut. So we're in a spot now where soon enough you're going to want to get either Joe's bridge or a representative cube, and I had kind of windy on.
I have one.
Okay.
I started with a cube.
If we've got one,
that's why I put that right there as like coming out.
If we've got one that's the same size as the bridge, then you can put it in place and we can cut a trench for a creek. And we may never even see it, but it does need to span something, right?
Yes, sir.
So cool. Brandon, any thoughts?
I think it looks good. And my concern is just if there's going to be enough land behind the bridge so that there's some depth that we can do.
We may need to take another piece of landscape or put a hill back there that blocks out. There's going to be
Yeah.
a lot of trees, but we may
Okay.
need to put something behind it
Yeah.
to block it out. But if we get if we get the camera down low, which is going to be kind of, can you go down lower, closer to the road? Okay, when
Yes,
you
sir.
get one, yeah, there we go. And then tilt it up a little bit if you could. There we go. Um, yeah, we're getting close to what part of the shot is. And this is the thing, Brandon. Once we we lock in on our camera angles, we'll know exactly what we need.
Sure.
So if we need to add something, we will. And Juan too.
Yes, sir.
Remember, if you need to move the lighting around, Control L is your friend.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
it makes it super easy to change the direction of the light so you can see what's going on a little bit better. So
Yes, sir.
nice work. Very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
Yeah. Okay. So I know we had a little bit of an interruption in class yesterday, right? Because of the water situation. Thank you, Shreveport. John Scott, did you make any progress with with any of the painting in the barn?
I'm still currently just going through and assigning all the UVs.
Okay, so you're in Maya hammer
Yes.
through that? Okay.
And I have
I'm-
to say, it's just there's just so many boards, so many
Oh,
boards.
Okay.
I was thinking if you want me to pick that up, it'd probably be faster
Nah,
for you to
it's
do it, maybe.
it's just a go left, click on the board, go right, click on the button. It's just a back
You
and
do
forth. It's
really have to go back and forth. I felt it. I don't know if it's technically faster because it's like same amount of clicks, but for me it felt faster to just go through in the UV shell selection and delete all the UVs and then go back in object selection and create the automatic UVs.
I don't know why it doesn't just do like a process to do them all individually. That's the type of
It's
button.
something about, I feel like the way it thinks about how you select stuff, you have to select things in a particular way sometimes. You can't just shift click
Ah,
stuff any
yeah.
way that you want to or whatever.
That's the way I did it
Oh.
for my for deleting all the UVs, but
Well,
I'm just
let-
hammering
let me-
through it.
Let me ask you a question here.
Yes.
The side of the barn, okay, that's got the sliding door. To me, that's the most important part of what we're going to see here. So let's think about what we're going to see from the camera's perspective.
I think the
I
UVs are so funky that the whole side of it would look weird. You have to do at least the front and side. And
Okay,
the
yeah, that's
roof.
what I was getting at. So yeah, just what I'm asking is, John Scott, like focus on the front portion with the sliding door first, if you're not already doing that, and then the side part that goes under the awning on the left hand side. That's those two are the most important sides for us, I think. Excuse me.
I meant I feel like if you started painting it, the big side, if we have any kind of, I guess it depends like if we're showing the left or the right side of the barn, but I mean in the background it would still look weird, I mean, from a distance, I
Yeah,
think.
no, agreed. What I'm getting at is simply that like from when we set up the beauty shots down there, those are the ones we're going to probably see the most detail on the barn. So the front sliding door side definitely there. Awning side, I think, because I see it kind of a 3/4 angle that way. So that's kind of my thinking on it.
And I'm taking more time with the UVs on the bridge and trying to make them like the same size and everything, so
Yeah. Okay.
should I think
That's
I'll
fine.
make it make sense. The reason I have my hand up, by the way, is I wanted to say to Juan that if you want to just make a cube in Unreal, that might be the easier thing to do. And I dropped the dimensions in the chat.
Okay.
All right. That's good. Yeah, did you have a comment?
I have a question, Mr. Gregos.
Okay,
Excuse me.
cool. Yeah.
So I just export and I just need to see, what
Okay.
do you think about the dimension over here?
Feels right.
That's accurate. Yeah, that's really accurate.
I think I mean, like what I would expect is his head to be right a little bit above the height of the roof, which it is. So yeah, it feels good. They don't
So I'm
feel go ahead.
so like I just want to make sure, before I keep
Yep.
doing it. And so I will let you know, Mr. Greg. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it looks good. It looks accurate. So
Thank you.
that actually helps and it should help for particularly for Juan and for Dion at the moment to give you a little bit of confidence that the size of the vehicle does work for a real world size in terms of that stuff. So that's good.
Sounds good.
Very good. All right. Wendy, you were working on fences and you had some other stuff too, right? Yesterday.
Right.
Okay.
I was
Anything you want to
gonna
show today
I
or
was gonna kind of ask you about that covered bridge
yeah.
because if one is gonna be doing that, does that mean I kind of don't have a job?
I can put you on something else. So did you
Because
start on did you start on it already or
so I could show you what I got.
yeah, and then that might save some time too. So yeah, I mean that'll be fine as a placeholder. The biggest question that we have, I think, is and Juan, you should be able to use that and scale it to the right size. Um, there were two questions that happened before you logged on. You have the fence pieces that you built.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you save those to the final project folder? And there's the assets, 3D, and then you can make a folder that says fence and then put it inside that.
Um,
Do you know what I'm saying?
sure, as long as it's not gonna give me a big issue, which if it is, then I'll just save it to this folder I made called pretty much 2024 spring final project. That's where I've been saving a lot of my stuff at
Is that on
since
your drive
mm-hmm.
or like okay. Yeah, we are
Not
gonna need to
not physically on my drive, but on the shared drives on the G drive. So at least you'll be able to see it. So
okay.
yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna
Okay.
show you exactly where I want it to be. Um, okay, so I just put the link in there. That's where it should be going. So you can put it in there and then and I'll make another one for you also for your blocking version of the covered bridge.
Okay.
I had a question.
Yeah.
Once we start painting, are we allowed to go in there and make a new paint material and not affect the current landscape? Or do I have to just keep editing the one I already created?
I mean, you should be able to. You would need to change the material.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure because I'm like, I don't want to keep putting all these nodes in here. Putting
Yeah, that
different
makes sense.
textures. Okay, thanks.
Sorry. All right, and then Wendy, I've got this one also, so you can put so that's for the fence, and then the covered bridge blocking, and then Joe, when you're done, you can make a folder in there for the covered bridge hero, and then I'll do that, and you can throw it in there.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? Cody, you had some really good stuff for reference from the vehicle, which is great. So thank you for that. Do I have you assigned to anything else at the moment?
You had me do the tractor and the windmill. I sent it. I don't even know if I did it right. I saved it to the folder. I think I did it right, but I could most definitely be wrong. So if you want to look at that real fast, you want
Hey, do you want to show me what we've got? If you can pull them up real quick,
Oh, yes, sir. Give me 1 second to open it up.
because then we'll put them in the appropriate assets folder.
I saved them to the final project thing. It didn't save properly though, I'm assuming, because it just says sources and textures, and it has all the stuff in there. I could have saved it wrong if you want to look at that. It's in the folder.
So I'm in final project and then assets. Is that, or where am I going to reference?
Assets.
Assets, right?
Yes, sir. And then it just says sources or source and textures, and it's both in there. I think I saved it wrong.
I don't. Okay. Yeah, I see source and textures. Okay, so I see. Okay, so tractor. Okay.
But they downloaded weird. Maybe they did it right.
Okay. Okay. How do you feel about cracking those open, like in either in Substance Painter and see, or in, I'm sorry, try an Unreal and see if we can get those textures to apply, so we can see what's what with them.
Okay, let me do that real quick then.
Okay. Let's make that kind of like your goal for today is to, and if you can't figure it out, let us know. We'll help you get it sorted out.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Good. Okay, so I gotta jump off for a meeting here, but it's good stuff. I'm excited. I think we've got some really nice stuff happening. So anybody have any final questions before I've got to probably be off for like half an hour. So
No,
Mr. Gray, can I share with you real quick?
Yeah, please.
Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Just how you want to raise. Can you guys see it?
Wait, what?
Like I'm gonna far as the bridge, the covered bridge, you said you wanted something running up underneath it, right?
Okay, so just remember there's no road that goes underneath the covered bridge. Like, so it's just, I mean, the wood that Joe's built in there, that's the road.
Okay, so I need to just remove this section to like.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And
So
then
just
it'll come back.
just come directly off of, basically off of that right there.
It could just sit on top. That
Well,
should
bear in
work fine,
mind, we don't need to take the road up, because what's actually happening is we've got a trench below. So
Okay.
it's all gonna stay level. We're gonna cut a trench, and it's gonna sit over the top of the trench.
Gotcha. Okay, no problem.
Okay, cool.
Mr. Greg,
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know, I am running off a hotspot at the moment because the weather got
Okay.
kind of crazy down here. So if anything does happen, I'll keep you updated.
Fair enough. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure how the spline tool stuff in Unreal works, but if it's kind of annoying to like cut a section out of the middle, there is a few feet of overhang on either side of the bridge that, I mean, you could probably just slot it on top of that and cut the ground out from under it. Um, and hide the continuing road, just pick it up on the other side. If
It's no
if
problem.
that works.
I'm playing with it right now. I'm a finagle something. We're gonna work something out.
Cool. All right, good. All right, guys, I gotta jump off, but I'll be back as quickly as I can. Good work. Like really nice to see. Really good stuff. Okay.